run the clock out as much as you can. But the key is you kind of got to make them use all three of their timeouts on this drive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the Giants are running the ball. They go in there, they get the first down. I'm like, okay, so they get one first down. Then they go and they run the ball. I think they get stopped, or it was a 1 yard.
There was 3 plays on this next possession: a 2-yard run up the middle, a 3-yard run around the end, and then
yes. So it's third and 5.
Interception.
Yeah, that's the one. It's 3rd and 5. They use their timeout on the first down. They use their second timeout on the second down. It's 3rd and 5 with like 5 minutes left to go in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
4:56 actually.
See, I know, I remember it. Right?
Yep.
And it's like they just have to run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Your defense has been playing pretty much lights out except for the 2 touchdowns or 2 drives, whatever. It doesn't matter. Your defense is playing lights out.
Mm-hmm.
They come back down, and instead of running the ball and making them use their last timeout and then punting the ball away and making them have to go 80 yards down to score a touchdown with no timeouts to go, 4 minutes up, 10 points. Right?
Yep. Need 2 scores still, no matter what.
Need 2 scores. Up 10 points. With less than 5 minutes to go in the game, that feels difficult. Right?
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But they put the ball in Jackson Dart's hands, which I'm not mad at if Dart was a 4-year veteran in the league. Mm-hmm. Right? Like if he's Tom Brady, who knows, all right, we need to field goal. We need to punt this ball. I can't do anything stupid with it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Versus someone who wants to. Dart is at the top part in his career where he's playing purely on adrenaline.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing purely on adrenaline. He's hyped. He wants to win. Okay, now I got to stop watching this Knicks game. The Knicks are about to start losing. Okay, so he's playing off adrenaline. He wants to win the game. He kind of wants to play hero ball, right? And he's young. He's young. He could do that in college. You can definitely affect the game and be that. But in the NFL, it's a little bit different.
Yep.
And this is one of the things that I blame on the coach by not settling him down, and the play call is aggressive. Mm-hmm. So this goes back to them playing prevent the earlier in the half of in the quarter, and then playing aggressive on the one time when I would have been okay with them not being aggressive because the clock was on your side. Mm-hmm. Right? You punt that ball off. You make them use the timeout. You punt that ball off. The clock is on your side. Mm-hmm. Because they have to now drive the ball 80 yards. They're still up. You're up 2 scores with 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Well, we know what happened. Instead, on 3rd and 5, they go in, they hike the ball. Jackson Dart kind of scrambles around in the pocket. His feet, he's already looking antsy with his feet. And he kind of doesn't get to plant his feet because he's kind of moving. And he throws a bad pass. Almost, I could see his vision, but because his feet weren't planted and things weren't aligned, he winds up not getting any really air under the ball and throws it directly to the opponent. They come down, get the ball on like the 30, 20. He runs the ball down to the 20, 30. They score in like 4 or 5 drives. And I'm not one to blame the refs because the Giants did enough of this on their own. Mm-hmm. But on that next touchdown, I believe it's that touchdown. I can't remember which one it is. There was a hold. I think it was Bo Nix ran to the right. Mm-hmm. There was a hold that Evan Ingram puts on the guy who's supposed to make the tackle on Bo Nix that is uncalled, not called. And everyone sulks about it, but that's not why the Giants lost. They didn't lose because of that one thing. They go down, they score. The Giants come back down because they have another time out and the 2-minute warning. They have the timeout and the 2-minute warning in their pocket, right? Mm-hmm. The Giants then also don't do enough running. They burn their timeout early in the drive, And then it's basically a 3-and-out, if I remember correctly.
It was. It went Cam Scadaboo, 1st and 10, a 0-yard run. And then
Timeout.
Cam Scadaboo, no, there was no timeout after that one.
Okay.
Then Cam Scadaboo, right guard to the Giants for 2 yards. Then they call a timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Then the Giants pass incomplete,
Mm-hmm.
which stops the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then they punt.
Trying to win the game again. Once again, instead of trying to say because now you're only up 3.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of can't give them the ball back, or you kind of don't want to give them the ball back.
Correct.
The clock is once again not on your side. You've got all 3 of your timeouts still, but the clock really isn't on your side anymore.
Yep.
So they wind up punting the ball down. They get a good return on the punt, I believe. If I remember correctly. But needless to say, they come down and they score another touchdown. 18. It was like there was an 18-yard run from Bo Nix on the left side. It was a good run. He pretty much went untouched for a touchdown. And now for the first time in the game, the Giants are down 4 points.
Yes.
4 points. So they need more than a field goal. They need a touchdown.
Here's what sucks for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
They only took 1:09 off the clock with their previous possession.
Yep.
Because he had the fourth. They didn't get to the 4-minute the 2-minute warning.
Nope.
Right?
Because the Broncos wound up having the 2-minute warning in their pocket.
So the Broncos have no timeouts. They get the ball back and they go 6 plays, 68 yards in 51 seconds.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Because the Giants basically go and prevent defense.
Mm-hmm.
Burns in this game has 2 sacks. Abdul Carter has a sack. I think they wind up taking it away from him, but he has a sack. The Giants defense is playing lights out. But I can tell you, we lose 3 DBs, right? We lose our safety, Javon Harland. We lose Adebo, the cornerback we got, and we lose one more cornerback. So we've got Deontay Banks out there, who the Giants don't want out there. And they've got 2 other people out there that are backups. So I don't know if Bowen got nervous because of the players that he had on the field, that he didn't trust them. I don't know what it is. But the defense effectively goes down the drain when those guys go down, and the play calling gets rather like defensive. They play scared. They start playing scared on defensive end. But I'm letting you know at this point in time, I don't feel confident about the Giants' chances because the Giants don't have a wide receiver who's going to get the ball in the end zone in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Like, we don't have Malik Neighbors. We don't have that. I am scared at this point in time. Right? All right. And for whatever reason, Jackson Dart the Giants refused to call plays that aren't 40 yards down the field. I don't know if you can see it from the play chart, but it's like, throw the ball. Is it 10 yards to the corner like some people would do? Is it some plays? They've got timeouts kind of at this point in time. I think they have timeouts in their bag. I can't remember if they wind up using them on the defensive side or not, but I remember they had one timeout for a long time. Yes, they had one timeout at this time, and they were kind of saving it. They don't dink and dunk down the field. Everything Dart is doing is trying to throw it over the top.
So
he throws.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
He throws one deep to Jalen Hyatt. He throws one deep to Wan'Dale Robinson. He throws one deep onto the right side to someone. And the one on the right side gets called for a pass interference at the 1 yard line. So 2 yard line.
I wasn't watching this game, but I was watching like the live updates on thing. So
because it was crazy.
I'm like, incomplete. And then it was 4th and 19 after some penalties and a sack or something like that. And it's like, okay, so I stopped looking at it.
They got 4th and 19.
I did something, and I came back, and they had scored. I'm like, oh, my God, they must have converted in that 4th and 19 somehow. And then that pass interference at the goal line was iffy, but...
It was iffy at best.
But I like it because I don't like Sean Payton, so that's good.
Yes. So not only that, so it actually was on the 2 yard line, right? It was on the 2 yard line.
But then there was an unsportsmanlike conduct that
gave him half the distance to the goal that moved it to the 1.
Yep.
Giants, 40 seconds left in the game. I think it was about 40 seconds left in the game or something. One timeout on the 1 yard line. Now, this you can play coach coach on the QB on the coach or coach on the couch. Coach on the couch. You can play that. What do? You have the ball 1st and 10 on the 1 yard line with the timeout. You need a touchdown. Like I've heard some people say he should have kind of like ran it, but not ran the touchdown in.
Well, there's no guarantee that you don't get
guarantee.
touchdown.
There's no guarantee. But they said you take some time off the clock. But what happens is, no, the Giants score a touchdown on the next play. It was a touchdown that wasn't called a touchdown on the field. They reviewed it, got the touchdown. Dart got it in for the touchdown. Great play. They leave them with 40 seconds left. Let's not talk about what really happened.
You missed the extra point too.
The Giants are up 2 points with a point after that they have to kick to make it a 3-point game that will make them. Chances are, if they kick a field goal, the point after, the worst is overtime, because chances are the Broncos aren't going to fight that hard for a touchdown because they don't need a touchdown. They're going to try to get into field goal range, right? So field goal range, they kick it, they get a field, they make it, the game's going overtime. What does this jerk do? He misses the second field goal of the game. Extra point of the game. Right? Yep. Right? 2 extra points missed and 1 2-point conversion missed because they don't trust the field. Either they don't trust him or they were trying to get points back. Either way, it's his fault. So now they're up 2, and now I know we're not winning. At this point in time, I know we are not winning.
Really?
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yes. At this point in time, it's 2 points. It's not 3. Kickers are kicking 64-yard field goals on the Giants to win the game. 65-yard field goals on the Giants. I don't have faith that in the football gods that someone's going to let us block it or they're going to miss it. So I'm assuming that they're going to get the ball within field goal range and kick this field goal. I don't care. And that's exactly what happens, even though they got way closer than they should have.
It was a chip shot.
It was a chip shot. It was a field goal. It was an extra point. It was the extra point distance. And he does it. They didn't miss any extra points. Just us. Giants lose the game in the biggest. No team has ever scored 33 points in a quarter. Ever? That is the most points. That is the most points scored in the fourth quarter ever.
Wow.
Ever. Right?
You got the distinction you can hang your hat on now.
Yes.
The Giants allowed 33 points in a quarter, the fourth quarter, to lose.
And at the end of the game, first of all, Burns gave it his heart. He's limping. He kind of came up with a hammy. I don't know if it was a hammy or groin, but he's kind of limping. And he's going back to the locker room, and they hear him yelling, "Why? What we doing prevent? Like why? Like what? No, he says rushing 3. Mm-hmm. Why were we only rushing? Or he says either rushing 3 or drop back 8. That's what he says. Why did we drop 8? Why did we drop 8? He's yelling this, and he is pissed because you have Abdul Carter, Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence. I'll throw Bobby Okereke in there. You have most of your talent are pass rushers. Mm-hmm. We just lost 3 DBs. So you go into the play that puts 8 DBs on the field.
Yep.
You just lost 3 of them. I know some of them might be nickel linebackers and things like that, but still, the strength of your team is in those 4 or 5 guys up front. Why would you take them off the field for this?
I don't know. That's like I never understand why, in defense of a Hail Mary, anybody ever rushes 3. Rush 5. Just rush 5.
Yes.
Rush 5. Just get after him and sack the guy.
It's because you don't want him having 45 seconds to throw the ball.
Yeah, just get after him.
Just get after him. Make him throw the ball faster than he wants to throw the ball.
Yeah.
Faster than those guys can get down to get the Hail Mary depth.
Yeah, he needs to literally stand back there for 10 seconds to everybody get back there so he can haul off and throw the ball. Just go after him.
Yes.
So a saying that I've always appreciated, the only thing that defense prevents is you winning.
It does. And and I was pissed. I was extremely pissed, right? But I realized in being pissed, I'm not looking at the bright side of things, right? Because it's a game we should have won, most definitely. But it's not a game that anyone thought we were gonna win.
Yep.
It's not a game that we were penciled in to win. We went to Denver against one of the better teams in the league.
Yep.
We showed that we can be competitive. And somewhere along the line, we started smelling our own funk. Like we thought we were good. Like at some point in time, and I think that's what fans are missing. No. I understand. Yes, we want to win, and there's no moral victories. There are no moral victories for them.
Yep.
Right? For those players, they believe that they can win every single game. And for them, it hurts. But then I said, for me as a fan, once again, we went to Denver with a team that is not the best team. We're missing our best player on offense still. And went in there and gave it everything they had. They put up 33 points. They put up 30 points again.
The offense looks way different with Jackson Dart.
Exactly. It's back-to-back weeks of 30-point games, right? It would have been beautiful to cap it off with a win, 100%. And I know the team is kicking themselves for it, and they are going to be upset about it.
Yes.
As a fan, I realized I can't be that upset about it.
No.
I didn't think the Giants were going to win the game.
Yeah.
Right? Like
should have won.
I hope they should have. They definitely should have. And I'm not making any excuses because they should have won the game. But I think that made me more to accept it a little bit more, to look at the fact that no, we've played really good football the last couple games against really good teams, right? And that's all I want. I want to go into the game and not think that my team is going to go in there and get slaughtered. That we can't score more than 21, 23 points. I told you at the beginning of the season, I said, the only thing I want to see is that we can score more than 21 points a game. And when Jackson Dart has been in the lineup, we have averaged more than 21 points a game.
You guys look like a decent team. Like, you haven't looked great, but I mean, you look good.
Yeah,
they should have won that game. I mean, they should be 3-1 with Jackson Dart.
Yep,
which is bonkers.
Yep.
But that's where they should be.
Yep, against 3-1 against the Chargers, the Broncos, and the Eagles. So it's not just a 3-1. It would have been a
loss to the Saints, a loss to the Saints, and a win against the defending Super Bowl champ, the up and comers, and
two high ranked people in the AFC West. I would have been okay with that. They lost. I'm not okay, but I'm okay because once again, I've seen what I need to see. I like the team that I see. I like what I'm seeing. I hope that they don't break themselves. That is what I'm hoping for. That they don't. I think game after game, Jackson Dart is looking more the confidence is building.
Yeah.
I think the kid came with confidence out the gate.
He looks all right, yeah.
But I think every game he plays, the confidence is getting better. And he is throwing the ball to some subpar wide receivers.
For sure, yeah.
And his numbers on the completion percentage aren't where I think he wants them to be and aren't where I'd like them to be. But the man has thrown, 4 touchdowns, like last game, he had, I think, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had a really good rating. He threw an interception. The interception was bad, but I'm not mad. I'm not bad. I don't feel like we're out at any game. Now I say that, and the next week we play Philly at home, who is going to be upset about the way we beat them last time.
Yes.
So I'm expecting to see a different Philly, but I'm not too worried. I don't know what else they can throw different at us. They can play better, they can perform a little bit better, but I still think as long as we have our defense, we're going to be able to stay in it. And I don't think they have the people. They're going to try to throw something different at Dart, and that's another thing I
Yeah.
really want to see. This will be the first time a team that's already seen him
Yeah.
is going to play him again. So I want to see what they do for that. But besides that, wasn't it hurts? It hurts. It stings, but it's not as bad as I think some people want to make it out to be. Because I don't think we were meant to. We were supposed to win that game
It's a very
anyway.
winnable game. You should have won.
It was a winnable game we should have won. I'm still more upset at the game we lost to the Saints. That hurt me more than this game.
Well,
Even though the fashion that we lost this game, the Saints game hurts more for me because it was we were supposed to win, and we threw it away with 5 turnovers.
Man, but like being up multiple scores in the fourth quarter and giving up 33 points in the fourth, that's it's Eberflusian. Is what it is.
I had like I said, I had visions of Deshaun Jackson. I thought that game was going into overtime. All right, just punt the ball away. We'll take it to overtime. And he returns that punt for a touchdown after they went like 18 unanswered points. It was ridiculous. So it's one of those games I'll never forget, but whatever. I don't care.
So here we go. We got Jude McAtammany was cut today.
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. After the game, Dable says, this loss is no one person is to blame for this loss. He says, I will not be doing any changes with the coaching staff, and we were going to have to look at this game together as a team and figure it out. Next day, he fires the kicker. So if no one person's to blame and everyone, why is the kicker fired?
Yeah. Right? Well, it's been pretty bad.
Because he has been pretty bad, but still, we know the blame is on him. We know who to put the blame on.
So, like, I went to Reddit after this game, and it was, this man has to go. It was pitcher Dayball, and it was like, why is he still the coach, Dayball? And it was a lot of outrage, rightfully so, because you guys lost again. This should have won. I also think it was funny too that Sean Payton. What
he said?
It was just an a-hole. I hate Sean Payton. Like, I think he's just, but then he's out there talking trash about Russ. But then I wasn't talking about Russ. I was talking about giving compliments to Dart.
He did not directly say anything about Russ. But his words were directly a shot at Russ. He said, we were hoping that we would not have to see Dart at this time. We were hoping that Dart would start after he played us, is what he said. Yeah. Meaning, which is the saying, we wanted to see Russ. Now, that could mean multiple things, right? That could mean we wanted to see Russ because we wanted some get back at Russ. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we wanted to play against a guy a former teammate. Maybe he could be saying that. I know that's not what he said. I know that's not what he meant. But he could play it off. But Russ just called him classless.
As he should. And that's the way he always should. So here's a stat from the game that I thought was interesting. Pat Surtain and Riley Moss, the two DBs for Denver, did not allow a single catch in that game for the people they were covering. So 7 targets, 0 receptions with those two guys.
But this is what I said. The key to stopping the number one cornerback in the league is not to have a number one wide receiver in the league. Yeah, he may have stopped whoever he's guarding, but you can't guard everybody. which Bellinger had a deep touchdown. Theo Johnson, the tight end, had a touchdown. You can't stop everybody, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't guard all receivers. Yeah. So that was interesting. It was a shame. It was a shame to see the Giants because it was a game they definitely should have won. So speaking of should have won, the Bears went in versus Saints, and that was a game they should have won. They should have scored 50 points in this game.
I am starting to hate Caleb.
Oh, don't
And
hate
this is only personal.
me. Mm-hmm.
In fantasy
Oh,
football,
did you have him in fantasy football or did yeah, so
I had so wait, let's tell you how bad it is. So already I drafted Caleb
mm-hmm.
for 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
I said I am going to need him on the bye week that um Lamar Jackson has,
Mm-hmm.
but not knowing Lamar was going to get injured.
Sure.
When Lamar got injured, I didn't feel comfortable going with Caleb.
Sure.
So I went to the free agency and wound up getting Matt Stafford.
Okay. Well,
Been good.
yeah.
Exactly.
The fact that he was a free agent, that you're in a suspect league.
Exactly. So I picked him up, and Matt Stafford has been starting for me.
Mm-hmm.
This week, my opponent had Roma Dunze
Mm-hmm.
and Moore, as
Well,
he had both of them,
on the
right?
plus side, they didn't do anything for you.
So I decide, you know what? And I'm like, Caleb is playing against the New Orleans Saints.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go and I'm going to start Caleb because once again, my opponent has two of their players.
Mm-hmm.
And if they go off against the Saints, which they are, he is projected to have a better game
Mm-hmm.
than Matt Stafford is.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew Matt Stafford was going to have 5 touchdowns?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I'm like, even as Matt Stafford is throwing 5 touchdowns, I'm like, it doesn't matter. Caleb is playing the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
He's golden.
Yeah, you'd think so.
He gave me 4 points.
Oh, I know, because I had Caleb Williams in my starting lineup and DJ Moore. I had to put people in because people got hurt. I'm like, and by weeks, I'm like, I don't want to hit.
Yes.
And as I put in DJ Moore, I'm driving with my daughter, and I go, I got 2 Bears in my lineup. That's a bad look. Oh, and I had to put Colston Loveland in too because I needed a tight end. I was like, because Mark Andrews is on a bye. I'm like, I got 3 Bears in my lineup, but they're going against the Saints.
They're going against the Saints.
This could be a week. Now, if I would have had DeAndre Swift in my lineup, it would have been good. Kyle Monangai would have been good. They had 222 yards on the ground. They just, Caleb was just off, just was out of sync, and it just wasn't a good game offensively. They still won. They should have scored 50. They had so many opportunities that they kicked so many field goals where they only had 2 touchdowns and 4 field goals. They should have had 4 touchdowns and 2 field goals, right? It should have been the other way around.
Not happy about that.
But
I was
I'll take it a win. A win's a win.
a win. A win is a win is a win. I'd rather look bad in the win than look good in the loss like the Giants did.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to say it, but yes.
I agree 100%.
Bad in the win, but then, like the Bears did, then look good in the loss.
Yep. I'll tell you what. You go on the road and you get a win. Oh, no, they were at home.
They were at home.
You go home, you're at home, and you get a win with a bad team.
That's what made it a little bit worse for the
That's
Bears.
all right. It happens. I ain't mad at it. A win's a win.
Not at home.
Yeah, they should have put up 50, but hey, whatever. Dennis Allen got it was a Dennis. I hate saying this. It was a Dennis Allen revenge game against the Saints. Because I mean,
he was their coach for a while.
He was their coach, and there's defensive coordinator, then the coach, and they got fired. They had 3 picks on Spencer. They got after Spencer Rattler, and then there's Spencer Rattler had like 2 drives where he figured something out, and then the rest was just the Bears just confused him and chased him all over the place. The Bears, please, Bears, if you're listening to me, or football guys, whoever controls this, please stop with dumb penalties. I know there's penalties that get called that you can't do anything about. Once again, Colston Loveland had an offensive pass interference call against him where he ran a hook, where he ran and stopped, and the guy ran into him. As he's staying there stationary, his route, it's legal rub. Those that's the scheme. You run out there, you stand in a spot, and then the other receiver runs past you where the defender has to either go around or run into you. He got called.
Those are always tricky. I feel like those get called for pass interference a lot.
No.
I hate that play. Because it feels like my team always gets called for pass interference and never gets.
I gotta find it now because it's insane. But yeah, so he gets called for another offensive pass interference. That's 2 weeks in a row where that's happened to him. And it's just
he needs to learn to run that play.
Just really bad calls. We gotta figure out where I can find it. OPI.
It's gonna be on some X form where one guy's like, look at this.
Yeah, I don't want to go to X though. I don't want to relevant. newest. I can't find it. But he's just standing there, and a guy runs into him, and they call an offensive pass interference on him. It wasn't like an active, like he didn't ram into him. So those sorts of things happen. But they got to stop the penalties. Like so many false starts, so many illegal formations, so many defensive holds, so many illegal hits to the head on quarterbacks. Just come on. It's football, and I know we're supposed to protect, but the brushing of your arm against a guy's neck and head region is not a gratuitous penalty that deserves to be 15 yards and automatic first down. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do? That happened on a 3rd and 19. The Bears were getting off the field, but except for Spencer Rattler got a forearm to the head and neck area. Yeah, whatever. I don't care anymore. But Bears win.
They won.
I'm not mad. They're 4-2. They're an officially like in the hunt sort of team. They got the Ravens this week. Lamar may or may not play. It's not.
He practiced today. I need him to play.
Well, he practiced as in he was on the field. He threw some warm up throws and he walked off the field. He didn't really practice. There's talk that he won't be playing this week, but we'll see.
There is talk that he won't be playing. I don't need that because it's bye week hell.
Yes, it is. There's 6 teams on bye.
For me, definitely. And I don't want to have to go to Caleb again.
It's the Ravens defense, though.
I don't want to go again. Ravens defense, they worse than the Saints defense. He didn't. And that was at home.
Yeah.
That was at home. I don't want to put Caleb back in.
It was a bad game. Bad games can happen. Caleb's the only person that, like I said last week, where if he's not perfection, he's criticized. Now, last week
he was far from perfection.
He was bad last week. He only completed 15 of 26 for 172 and a pick. The pick was, I don't know what he was doing on that either.
I was like, if he was just running the mill bad, he still would have gave me 10 points.
It was running the mill bad. He didn't score any touchdowns. The lack of touchdowns is what hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of touchdowns is what hurt you. And me, it don't matter. My fantasy football team was down 100 points going into Monday. I was going against a guy that was 0-6 previously, and he put up a 142 in not a PPR league and not a fractional point league. It is. He put up a 142.
In the other league that we're in, which you can score a lot of points because we have a lot of players in our roster, and we also have 2 quarterbacks. 300 points has been scored before. 250, 260 is around the average. Someone put up 451 points.
Gee, bus.
It was the most. And remember, I told you in that league, like whoever has the most points gets money, right? Yes. So I'm looking at my 280 something. I'm like, all right, I got to be in the running. This week because 450, and it was a 300 and something game, but the 451 was out of control. I don't even know who he had. I refused to look. I don't care. It's never.
So I went up against Patrick Mahomes, 25 points. Ramondre Stevenson, 14 points. Jordan Mason, 11 points. DK Metcalf, 5 points. You're like, okay, well, that's not that crazy. A.J. Brown, 26 points. Rashee Rice, 16 points. The Patriots defense, 19 points. Matt Gay, the kicker, 2 points. Now, here's the one. Here's the kicker. Here's the tight end. Aronde Gadsden II for the Chargers, 24 points. Projected exactly. He projected 4 going into it. He had 142 points. I had Caleb 4, Kyron Williams 6, Devon Achane 9, DJ Moore 4, T Higgins 15, nice. Jackson Smith and Jigba, nice, 20. Colston Loveland 2, the Broncos defense 2, Cam Little the kicker 0.
Yeah.
I had a lot of nothing happen. I ended up with 62, and that's because, thank goodness, Jackson Smith and Jigba scored a 20. I was down 142 to 42 going into Monday. Come on. Jackson Smith and Jigba's good, man.
Yeah, he is.
Did you see his dunk celebration?
Yes, he just hung on the rim looking at the ref. I thought the ref was going to tee him up, but the ref just was like...
The ref did. The ref threw a flag.
Did he throw the flag?
Yeah.
Okay,
but then Jackson Smith and Jigba later on, I didn't know this would happen. What did he run onto the Texans sideline and sit on their bench?
No. He got shoved. It was almost a full-on brawl.
Yeah.
So something happened where he kind of got tackled out of bounds and almost like dragged all the way to the bench. He didn't even drag to the bench. He fell on the ground and then got back up and then kind of leaned on the bench, and it looked like a brawl because he was on their side.
Yeah.
So players came and things like that, and that's when the ref came to
well, the ref was
to
in there
shield him.
Shielded him. I was like, who? And then that ref apparently was former linebacker.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
I was like, okay. Yeah. But that dude, man, he is playing very good football. Remember when the season that starts, you're like, okay, like who are the best receivers? You got Justin Jefferson, you got Jamar Chase. Those are like 1 and 2. And then Puka Nacua, like
I don't know how we forgot about Puka though. Like Puka had a bad year last year because he was injured, right? But when he's not injured, that man just catches receptions all day long.
He does always catch, yeah. But JSN is not a guy who was like people were clamoring for at the beginning of the season. But man,
they told DK Metcalf to go kick rocks because they got JSN.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett. Remember that Seattle team used to just be Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. Yeah. JSN got there. They was like, oh, y'all can go. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
don't worry about this guy.
We've seen enough. Let's get rid of all these other guys. And everybody's like, this is insane. You got rid of Geno Smith for Sam Darnold, and you got rid of all your wide receivers, and all you have is JSN. It works.
That's all we need. We got Cooper Kupp. They picked Cooper Kupp off. He's doing okay.
Off of waivers, basically. Yeah. He's basically off of waivers.
Yep.
But yeah,
not horrible. They're winning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's 3 teams that are 5-2 in the NFC West. The Rams,
it's not
the
Arizona
Cardinals.
It's not the Arizona
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Cardinals have not won since they held the funeral at their stadium. They've lost 5 straight. Just throw that out there. Yeah. It is what it is. But yeah, there's 3 teams that are 5-2 in the West. They're all not going to go 12-5. But
yeah,
if they do, that'd be amazing. But it won't happen. Man, be interesting. So let's go through the scores real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Tomlin, during the week, called the Browns idiots. And I said the Flack's back, right? Joe Flacco's going to do it. We neither of us picked Flacco to do what he did.
No,
but they won. The Bengals won, 33-31.
An old game.
Yes,
they both look good.
The old bowl, yeah.
Like Flacco was running, like he was using those legs.
Yeah,
I know he bathed in icy hot that night. He bathed in hot.
Yes.
Cold tub. You've heard of the cold tub is old news. A tub full of icy hot.
It's just like gooey and liquid, like gel. You're just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, do you know how much it would burn?
Yeah, you got to Vaseline up the testicles. And
I was just say, yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, all the sensitive areas are going to be on fire for a very long time.
You gotta Vaseline all those areas up to hopefully so that nothing actually touches the skin. Like,
oh God, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of play there. That's a lot of not good.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they won.
But you do what you got to do to get back on the field next week, and that's what he got to do.
Yep.
That old.
Maybe he has like a special suit made up that like is filled with icy hot, and I guess leaves the sensitive areas exposed to the cold air. I don't know.
Just your giblets hanging out while you're in a full ice. It would look like a gimp suit with your junk.
Yep.
Oh no, not that. No, we don't need that suit.
Joe, what's with the gag? You don't need a gag.
I'm sorry, everyone.
You do. All right, so then you got the Rams and the Jags. The Rams destroyed the Jags. This was over.
London.
This is London
in the home game for Jaguars.
Jacksonville's home game, man. The Rams just destroyed them. Man. Jaguars looked terrible.
He had 5 touchdowns and not 200 yards passing.
I know, because the Jags just gave him the field. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible. You know what else is terrible? The Dolphins. The fact that Mike McDaniels is still employed is blowing my mind. The Browns destroyed them. 31-6. 31-6.
He threw, like, I saw something that said they went, you know how they do the live looking in games? Like, there was a game where they was doing the live looking, and it was like, oh, and here it is. This is 2 throws, an interception. And before they can go back to the live look at their game. He had thrown another interception back to back. Like, it was like, while we were talking about this interception, he has just thrown another interception.
Did you see after that second interception, Mike McDaniel's on the sideline, uh, giving like pointing to the ground, like telling him to come here, like he was a child.
Oh
Get off the
no.
field, get over here right now, Tua. Tua, I don't know what his full name is. Oh God, Tua,
Tonga
whatever.
Vailoa.
But
Tonga turn.
what's his middle name, right? Like we know
Oh.
when parents are real mad, they use the middle name. Like Tua Michael Tagovailoa. What? I can't say it. Come here, get here right now. Go to your room. So the Browns destroyed the Dolphins. Dolphins are 1-6, looking really bad. Patriots destroyed the Titans.
The Titans are really bad.
Titans are real bad. Drake May looked really good. That was the Vrabel revenge game. It's always a revenge game. You know what else looks really bad? The Raiders. They get blanked by the Chiefs.
Blanked. That's what I was telling you. You know how difficult it is
to get blanked in the NFL? It's very tough.
But not just blanked. Those stats from those games are horrible. Horrible.
Geno Smith, 10 of 16 for 67 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. Kenny Pickett came in 2 for 2 for 8 yards. Ashton Jeanty, 6 carries, 20. Like they only ran 29 offensive plays.
They had 10 series.
Mm-hmm.
10 series. They were 0 for 7 on third down, I think it was. They only had 3 first downs the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
See that those are I'd rather, I don't know. I know the Giants lost bad, but if I was a fan and I watched the Raiders, I don't know if I could contain myself today.
Yeah.
The
Raiders are real bad. They're a really bad team. And they are not anywhere near being good. They're like not like, well, just wait till next year once they get this one piece and they figure it out, and then like another year with Pete Carroll and everything will run. No, they are like in a bad spot. I don't think Pete Carroll is the answer to that team being good.
He never was. I think he was always like a filler.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's 84 years old or something like that. Yeah. He couldn't have been your long-term coach.
And Geno Smith is not the long-term quarterback solution for that team either.
But they'll have a top pick in this year's draft probably.
They will. But I think they extended Geno Smith once they got him though. So it'll be interesting. Let me see the Geno Smith contract.
And they've got pieces that teams want. The Giants have, I think the Giants probably inquiry, or their team's inquiring into Jacoby Myers.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby Myers wants out.
Sure.
Dickie Basket and Jacoby, you still went out? Yes. Every day I went out.
Yep. So he's signing a 2-year extension. So he's signed through 2027. They have a potential out after 26. Where he's only a $39.5 million cap hit.
Mm-hmm.
If they cut him before the league starts this year, let me see, $58.5 million guaranteed at signing, additional $8 million in 2026 fully guarantees the third day of 2026. Something about the 2027. I don't know. Well, whatever. Like there's got to be a way to get out of that contract or whatever. They're just in a bad spot.
I don't know if it matters anymore because as I truly think that Miami is going to have to cut their losses with Tua. Like the Broncos did with Russ.
Yeah.
They're going to have to owe him a lot of money just to see him leave. There's that relationship is done. There's no coach on the planet, if they fire Mike McDaniels, who's going to want to come in and coach that team. So I think the Broncos just made it